Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bulldog TV. We are here for some Mahomet-Seymour wrestling action. We do have three teams here, Champaign Central, Chatham-Glennwood, as well as Lincoln Community. So Mahomet-Seymour will only be participating in two matches tonight, two team matches. There are 14 weight classes. We will be showing you those later. We will be starting at 132 pounds. We're about, I'd say, 15 minutes away from action, and we'll be back in a little bit with a little bit of a pregame show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Bulldog Wrestling here on Bulldog TV. We are live here at Mahomet-Seymour High School as we're getting ready for some wrestling action. 3 teams coming to Mahomet-Seymour trying to take on the Bulldogs. We got Champaign Centennial. I messed that up in the beginning. Not going to mess it up now. Chatham-Glennwood, as well as Lincoln Community. The Rail Splitters, a very, very interesting name. Hello, everybody up here in the booth. My name is Peter Camp, alongside the director of Bulldog TV himself, Mr. Simon Anderson. Simon, how are you doing tonight?
Good evening. Great. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me up here tonight.
That's the first time I ever called you Simon. First time ever. It was very strange.
It's an interesting mutual professional relationship we've got going on tonight.
Yeah, yes, it is. We quite do. So you've been in touch with the wrestling team a little bit these past few weeks.
Yeah, in fact, so in my 8 years here, I spent 4 of them as an assistant coach, head coach of the JV team.
Mm-hmm. So you have a little bit of insight for us going into this first match against Champaign Centennial?
I do. So we understand that it can be pretty intimidating sometimes to watch live wrestling and just be a little uncertain of what's going on in the match. So we've prepared a bit of a graphic for some of you at home to make sense of what you might be seeing. So common match scoring from the neutral position, that's both wrestlers on their feet. One can take the other down to a position of control. That's a takedown. It's worth 2 points. From the top position, whoever's got control, if they expose the back of their opponent beyond a particular degree, they can be counted up for some points called near fall. They can be awarded 2 or 3, and actually now, these days, even 4 if there's a potentially dangerous situation or a cry out from the wrestler on bottom. That stopped action will result in 4 points awarded. If you're in the bottom position, so fighting to escape, if you go from bottom to a neutral, that would be 1 point awarded. If you are in the bottom position and completely reverse to a point of control, therefore being on top, that reversal is 2 points. And, of course, illegal moves and certain penalties could result in an awarded point for the opponent.
Don't worry for you guys out there if you didn't catch all that in that little small amount of time. We'll give it to you. We'll give you the stats as they go on. We're about 5 minutes away here from our first match. We'll be starting off at 132 pounds. For the Bulldogs, we have Peyton Myers and Logan Petro on the depth chart here. We do not have rosters for any other teams, so we'll just be calling them by their team name as we go along here.
As you can see on your screen, weight classes are divided up at, it seems like random intervals at certain times, but for the most part, they're divided up by 6, and then as you get to the higher weight classes showing now, the intervals get a bit greater, going from 182 to 195, 220, and of course the heavyweights, maximum weight is at 285.
So before we get started, we'd like to take a little bit to shout out our sponsors a little bit. D1 Networks, Christie Clinic, Busey Bank, Express Employment Professionals, Jackson Quality Construction, and so many more. We'd like to thank them for sponsoring Bulldog Athletes as well as Bulldog TV here.
We should be approaching the national anthem here in just a minute, so in that time we're going to give you a break from our voices, wait for that, and then we'll start some wrestling action.
extend a special welcome to parents and fans from Champaign, Centennial, Chatham-Glennwood, who have traveled here to support your teams. Good luck to everyone this evening. It is our expectation that all fans will conduct themselves at all times with a level of sportsmanship and respect that expresses positive support for your team. Booing, swearing, and negative comments directed towards the opposing team or officials will result in an invitation to leave our facility for the evening. Adults, please remember that we are role models for our children and athletes. We are here to cheer for our teams, not against anyone else. Thank you for your cooperation. If you have questions or concerns during this evening's contest, please contact one of our administrators. Members of the high school administrative team will be wearing staff badges on neck lanyards at this contest. For your information, the administrator at this evening's contest is Matt Hensley. We would now kindly ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps, face the flag of our nation, and join Mahomet-Seymour High School freshman Leah Nikeza with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Two rounds of wrestling here this evening. On mat number one, which is the left, to the left, if you're in the bleachers, we'll have the home team, Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs, squaring off against Champaign.
So we are just about underway here as the Bulldogs are getting ready for their first match. Peyton Myers, the sophomore, getting ready to start off the Bulldogs in his first match tonight. They will be taking on Champaign Centennial as the officials are talking to each team here in the center. Officials just going over with the different wrestlers in the front there about the different rules and such.
If I can weigh in here briefly for a moment, Peter.
Absolutely.
What you're seeing is actually pretty common in some of the earlier dual meets in the school year. A lot of times IHSA, they'll change up some rules for the better. It's always looking to improve the sport, but even officials need some guidance on how to make some judgment calls. Rules and regulations change about positioning and certain things. So what he's doing there was taking a moment to tell the captains about some questionable things that have been left up in the air from the previous year and things that they're going to be looking for, just so both teams are on the same page.
So that was I believe the coin flip right there, and Mahomet did win the toss for there. The green color. Green and red are usually the two colors that specify each person on the mat better than names or teams. You can just, as you can see from the official's hand, I don't know if we have a zoom in or not, but he has one of his, what do you call that, a sweat wristband? That's what I'm going to call it now.
Sure.
One of them is red, one of them is green, just to signify with the point keepers who gets who points. So he'll put up a 2, and if he has the green wristband on his wrist, then 2 for green, and depending on which wrestlers are wearing that green ankle bracelet. So we have the 4 wrestlers right now in front of the score table, just trying to get the names right, getting everything situated before the first matches. As I said earlier, Mahomet-Seymour will be taking on Champaign Centennial here in this first match, starting off at 132 pounds. The sophomore Peyton Myers will be starting it off for the Bulldogs, as here he comes to the mat. And just like that, player step to the front. And we are underway as Myers now trying to get hand control inside. And the Chargers all didn't get exactly around. Good shot right there. Bulldogs now trying to play stall. And he takes him down for 2 points. A good takedown right there. Called out of bounds, and so it will be the Bulldogs on the bottom. So just like that, Centennial starting off. Now it's the Bulldogs trying to take control here. Starting off in the neutral position. Another shot right there. Good push right there, and they call the 2. So that is what we showed you in the beginning, a takedown. 2 points for red, which is Centennial. So it is now 2-4. He gives up the neutral position, and the Bulldogs will get an escape. Get hand control so far. Central's got the inside position. And both wrestlers are forced out of bounds. Quick scoring here so far. Minute 13 left to go in the first period. Good shot right there. Able to get the inside leg. Able to pick up with it, step inside.
Peyton's looking hard for some takedown defense here. He's working a whizzer right at first and manages to squeeze out of that one.
Yeah, good hand control right there, trying to force him away from the hips. Another shot right there. Isn't fast enough to get to the sprawl. Does get that one leg wrapped up. But he's keeping his head down. Takes control of that leg.
Ooh, dodged a bullet on that one. Thanks to going out of bounds. Peyton was managed to keep his arm in that whizzer position. He better take a shot here if he's looking to avoid a stalling call, because the action has been all Centennial.
It is 2-4 in favor of Centennial in this first match. Still 0-0 in team points. Centennial taking all the shots so far. He's gotten a few good ones, but good defensive moves there by Myers. Another shot thrown in there. And forced out of bounds once again. 4 seconds. Excuse me. That's either 4 or 9. Can't see the scoreboard from here, but just know we have a very limited amount of time here in this first. That's the other match. They just ended the first period. And we are about to as well. End of period 1 here in this first match. Myers trails Centennial 4-2.
In a dual meet, what will happen is teams will alternate first choice at the beginning of the second period. So what the official is doing, he checks his scorecard and finds out who's home, who's away, who chose what decision first. Typically, after a standard first period, the person with choice will defer first choice, and as you just saw there. And the down position is actually the most commonly selected position to start a period in, because
you can get the most points from there.
Well, yeah, you just stand. It's pretty tough to hold a guy down, particularly in high school folk style. If you're riding on top, an official can be pretty quick to call stalling, as if you're just laying your weight on the guy, not getting off his hips, allowing him to try to do moves from the bottom. So it's just it's usually the position that some pick. But in a lot of situations, you'll see wrestlers work their strengths from neutral if they know for a fact maybe the opponent's got a particular weight advantage, things like that.
So minute 30 into this second period. Bulldogs in the top position riding. Doing a good job breaking down so far. Breaking that arm down. Trying to get him on his back right there with the leg, but isn't able to put his weight over. Now he's trying to get inside. Maybe trying to get his wrist over. And a stoppage right there. Looked maybe to be a stalemate or a...
Also showing his athletic ability on the far right side of your screen is our athletic director, Matt Hensley, scaling the bleachers to the new spot of our Jumbotron screen. If you haven't seen it, come on out and check it out.
And we have some back points so far.
Yeah, Peyton really struggling to bridge out of this one.
Yeah, and he's got him good right there. And just like that, Centennial starting off with a 6-point lead after that fall in the second period. So Centennial will start out 6-0 after the pin there. So as we head to our next weight class at 138 pounds, we should have either Chance Decker or Hayden Nelson.
Let's see who's reporting to the table. Looks like Chance Decker.
Our first upperclassman representing the varsity. He is a junior. Like we said, 138 pounds.
Oh, did we see a forfeit? Yeah, did we see a forfeit there?
A forfeit is worth a fall, so...
Yeah, that brings our...
So just like that, it is 6-6 with Cameron Livingston, the senior, coming to the mat. I wonder if Centennial just didn't have anybody ready at that weight class. So after the forfeit at 138, it will be Bulldog 6, Centennial 6 in team points as we're starting off our technically third match. Cameron Livingston, the senior, taking on Champaign Centennial. We do not have a roster. If you're just joining us, we do not have a roster for Champaign Centennial. So they will just be known as Champaign Centennial. And just like that, 2 points for Centennial. Livingston still able to maintain, able to get up. However, he is forced out of bounds. So he will be in the down position. Cross face right there. It looks like he's trying to throw a cradle right in there. Trying to put his hands with the leg in the... Able to break free from the hands though. Able to put the leg in there. So good ride so far with 53 seconds left to go here in this first period. Livingston does have the hand though. We'll see how he can build off that.
It's really something to see the evolution of these athletes as the years go by, particularly in wrestling. Cameron, I remember, was the lightest guy on the team his first year as a freshman, and here he is as a senior, wrestling strong at 145. Just a testament sometimes also to the coaching staff and the lifting schedule, and just really building up the athleticism of these young men.
Almost got an escape right there with 1 second left to go here in this first period. So it will be a ride for this 1 second. I think he's going to be checked for blood here. So as we said earlier, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for bringing us Bulldog TV here tonight. D1 Networks, Christie Clinic, Busey Bank, Express Employment Professionals, Jackson Quality Construction, and so many more. We'd like to thank them for sponsoring Bulldog TV and Bulldog Athletes. It's really a pleasure being up here in the booth talking to you guys down here. And they're looking to check for any blood on the mats or on the wrestlers. So we will resume play here. That's Cameron Livingston. 1 second left in the first period on the bottom. 2-0 Centennial so far in this match. It is 6-6 in the team matches between Mahomet-Seymour and Centennial as teams. So red, which is Centennial, as you can see from the ankle bracelet they have on, to easily indicate which wrestler is which. So red will start it up. Livingston able to keep him down so far. Good breakdown right there by Cameron. Trying to throw that Nelson in there. Centennial working on hand control right now. And a nice roll right there. However, Cameron able to keep his position. And a good ride so far with 1:20 left to go here in the second. Able to drive his head right there, trying to keep him down flat on the mat. He does have that arm back there. Try to push his shoulder over. However, it looks like they're about to drive out of bounds. And that's what the official calls. 53 seconds left to go in the second period. Good ride for this period so far by Livingston. Not giving up an escape or a reversal so far. As Livingston once again trying to keep him flat on that mat. Trying to push his shoulders, however, is unsuccessful. See the coaches on the side there trying to he doesn't want to go too high on this though. He could lose his positioning here on the top. He looks like he is getting some back points though. The referee is counting. He will not get a pin though. He's able to keep his shoulder blades up. And that will be the end of the period. He will get 3 back points though for keeping him on his back for 3 seconds but not keeping his shoulder blades on the back, which is why that is not a pin. So Livingston on the top right there, going into the third period, up 3-2. And it looks like he will remain at the top position at the start of the third. Cameron Livingston doing a good job in that second period right there. But it looks like Centennial was able to get to his feet quickly. However, Livingston still holding strong, still keeping him down on the mat. Trying to look for those back points. However, doesn't want to get too high. He's able to keep his head down. Looks like Centennial's got the leg thrown in there on Livingston. But like I said, he's got that head pushed in. able to keep him on the mat. Minute gone by left in this third period. Livingston does hold a 1-point lead over Centennial. If he does give up an escape, though, that will be a tie at 3-3. However, he's doing a good job so far. Centennial trying to keep hand control, and it looks like he's got Livingston's leg. Does not have control yet, so he will not get the 2. Except they will give him the 2 now. That's a reversal. So Livingston with 30 seconds left has to do something. He's done so much in these last 3 minutes riding, and now he's got about 20 seconds left to get a point or an escape.
Can't stress enough how important it is to keep your composure in these moments. Try to drown out everything you're hearing and just dig deep for the win. He needs 1 point here in the final 7 seconds remaining. But it looks like Centennial's got his legs sunk pretty good, and it's going to end here 3-4 in favor of Centennial.
Livingston had a fantastic second period with those 3 back points to end the second. And a good ride there in the second as well, but just wasn't able to pull it out at the end as a reversal gives Centennial the decision.
If you're curious about team scoring, we have another graphic here for you. A decision is when a match ends in a margin of fewer than 8 points, and the team is awarded 3. So far, you've also seen a match end in a pin, which results in 6 team points. In between, there are a couple other ways to win a match by different point margins, and they're called major decision and tech fall, respectively. And here we are headed into our 152 match.
If you're just joining us, the Bulldogs had a forfeit win, and Centennial did have a pin in the first match. And as you saw there, decision there, as Centennial was able to take down Livingston. So it will be 6-9 as we go into our technically 4th match, but our 3rd match. As we see Gage Granadino, I hope I'm saying that right.
Sounds about right.
We do not have a roster, however, for Centennial, so they will be known as Centennial if you're just joining us. If you're not, you've heard me say that for the 3rd time now. Minute 22 left to go in this first period. Bit of back and forth here. Does not have the second leg, however, so...
Oh, there
They
it
did call the takedown right there, so Mahomet will be starting off with 2 points.
All kinds of interesting ways to interpret control, what's not control. The officials go through multiple trainings, so that interpretation is as uniform across the state as possible. At the end there, what you saw was Gage winning the scramble, finding a way to lock around both legs while keeping 2 points of contact of his own in bounds.
And a good play right here by Granadino as he's able to stretch that arm out. He's getting some back points right here. However, he's not able to keep the pin, though, so he will get 2 back points will be awarded for him. So it's now 4-0 here with 36 seconds left to go. A good ride right here by Granadino getting his legs inside. However, they did call, I think, cautious.
That motion you see the referee making is called a potentially dangerous. Gage wasn't doing anything illegal. You see it a lot in young men who have actually really great hyperflexibility. Their limbs can just go in directions that us mortals can't. And the official will just kind of make sure no one's going to get unnecessarily hurt.
And Granadino doing a good job here in this first period. Trying to look for back points as well. I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but we are at the 152 weight class as we are in the final seconds here of this first period.
Gage finding a way to, that's interesting. You see the referee make those 2-count motions, but he nodded, or he shook his head off, changing his mind, so no near fall awarded there.
So Granadino will decide to take the down position for Mahomet. Like we said earlier, you could score the most points there. Probably the most chosen position out of the 2, or 3. You can choose neutral position as well. And Granadino looking to try to make it maybe a 5-0 lead if he can try to get out of this. Doing a good job with the arm control. It does have control of that left arm. got to rise up with it, and he does. And he does have that escape right there. See the official there holding up the one, so it is now 5-0 here in this second period. Grenadino looking like, hoping he has enough for that third period where it matters the most. And a decent shot right there. Does get the ankle, Grenadino does, but they do give him the 2 points. He gets to control the ankles right there. Good ankle pick right there. And now it is 7-0. Trying to make it a major decision win for the Bulldogs here, as we showed you earlier. And once again, that leg control from top by Granadino. Great move to start off. Limits the opponent, and look at some back points here. He may be looking for the pin. And he does get the pin here at 152. Gage Granadino showing off his strength from the beginning and good body positioning as he gets the win here at 152, giving the Bulldogs 6 more points on the board, and they lead so far 12-9 here in team points. And just like that, we head into 160. The senior, Tyler Kitty-Vanishkin-Kai.
Well done.
Yep.
I thought I was going to have to step in there.
It took me years to match. I don't know how to write it down.
Yes, folks, showing on your screen now is the last name of Tyler Kitty-Vanishkin-Kai.
That is real. Our keyboard is not broken. That is the real name. And he starts off strong here with some inside hand control. And headset taken off there. Tyler, a senior. He's been wrestling since 6th grade. So if I do my math right, that's about 7 years with the wrestling program at the junior high and the high school.
Would that mean that back in the day, you two could have been wrestling partners?
We could have.
Little known fact, Peter Camp here, our main announcer tonight, has a past in wrestling.
A 1 year past in wrestling, 6th grade year. It was a very interesting year as Tyler now showing off his strength right there, trying to get the lift and trying to get the hip. However, Centennial having control of the leg.
Yeah, Centennial using that ankle pick very effectively. The official was very close to stepping in to call something potentially dangerous, but
Tyler
let it go.
Holding on to that left leg, right leg. And he does award the 2 points to him, Centennial. So about less than a minute to go here in the first period at 160 pounds. Tyler in a very interesting position. Looks like Centennial did get a little bit too high, so it looks like he's trying to go for maybe try to get some back points if he can get that arm out of there.
Yeah, you might be hearing from the sideline coaches yelling all kinds of things that maybe you don't understand. Positions like that when top man throws the legs and he's getting a little too high. If Tyler still had his knees under him, they might be asking him to post up, raise his hips as high as he can, shake him off. But Centennial managed to get Tyler's hips back down to the mat.
Good right here by Centennial with 13 seconds left to go. He's got that leg control inside. And he's able to ride him out here for the final seconds. Tyler does have control of the leg as time expires.
If you ask me, Centennial got a little bit of grace from the buzzer right there because you may not have been able to recognize it, but Tyler was working
hand position.
Yeah, I actually forgot the name. I was heading into something there, but he was doing it correctly. It's just a move that takes a little time.
Happens to the best of us here.
We're starting the third period here with Kitty-Vanishkin-Kai trailing by 4. It's 1-5 with that escape right now.
And a good takedown right there and able to push him to the mat. It looks like he's trying to get some back points here as Tyler caught in a very good shot right there. And he's got the shoulder blades on the ground but not able to keep it for that amount of time. Good scramble by Tyler trying to keep his belly to the mat as he will be given, I believe that was two back points right there. And once again, we head into the second period like we did the first period with...
Oh, excuse me. Is this the second period?
I believe this is the second period.
I said third.
It's all right. So again, leg control once again by Centennial. Trying to get some back points here. The official did not see any awarded. As right now, it looks like Tyler's trying to get some hand control inside. He's got about 45 seconds left to go in this second period to try to make something happen. As now, the official looking for some back points now.
One count only. No, nothing yet. Tyler manages to get his hips square and back to the mat. If he wants to make something happen here, he's got to find a way to worm out of that leg control.
About 19 seconds left to go in this second period. A very strong ride right here by Centennial.
That motion you see the official making right there with two fists across his chest represents a stalemate. So especially in times of a low amount of time left in the period, and especially in tighter scoring matches, you'll see that every so often where the two are sort of at an impasse and no action is happening from either.
And once again, Centennial, excuse me, I broke my promise. Said I wouldn't do that. But as we end the second period, Tyler trailing 9-1 here. And he chooses the neutral position. It's once again from the top. Tyler taking a shot there, but stopped by Centennial.
That would be one of those instances where I was talking about earlier. We did not select the down position, particularly because Tyler wasn't necessarily able to make anything happen. And here he finds himself on bottom again, and we were really going to have to work our way back to avoid a major decision here as the match score is now 1-11. He
is about 5 points away from a tech fall, and that is exactly what they're going to try to avoid here, as that would give the team, the Centennial 5 team points if he were to able to get the tech fall here at 160 pounds. Tyler does have control of that leg, but a crossface right here by Centennial, stopping him from gaining any position from it. So strong ride right here once again by Centennial, as he does have the leg inside. And looking for some back points right here as he tries to throw in the half Nelson, but is not able to get any points off of it.
Tyler may not be able to, well, he hasn't been able to make enough space to get out tonight, but you got to admit his flexibility is really coming into play here as a strength to avoid a pin. As the match winds down, they will narrowly avoid a tech fall. So it might look like a tough loss, but what a tough loss is for an individual can end up being positive for the team. Tyler just kept Centennial from scoring 2 extra team points by avoiding a pin in multiple situations there.
Yeah, like you said, it definitely could have ended worse for the Bulldogs. What could have been either a tech fall or even a fall. We saw Centennial doing a lot of riding, trying to get him to his back. Tyler able to try to stay on his front and just give him the major decisions. So just like that, Centennial back and forth between these two teams, and Centennial retakes the lead here in team points. It is 13-12.
Yeah, we've got a surreal nail biter.
And as we headed to 170 pounds, we have Dante Roberts, who, if you saw our live streams from football this year, you see that he is one tough dude.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Dante really goes out. I mean, I have seen some real textbook football-style tackle takedowns from this kid in my day. So no doubt he's going to give it his best tonight.
He's one guy who's not afraid to leave head first. And as we start into this first period, it is a takedown right here by Centennial. And then look at it, just getting back points already. Just absolutely taking it to Dante Roberts, and he has a good positioning. He could find the pin right here. Dante, though, not in the great position as he could find the pin here.
Dante really struggling to find a way to get his arm through, but oh, Centennial's got it trapped pretty good.
Yeah, he's been fighting so far, but it doesn't look like he could get much farther. As he's able to lift the hips so far, trying to keep his back off the ground, but
Look at this. Punch through. Yep.
he does
Just an opportunity to get his arm through, but he's still
he
fighting.
does keep control of that arm. And just like that, Dante fought so hard to try to stay off his back. And just like that, Centennial taking 6 points from the pin right there. About 54 seconds into the first period. A very strong showing, just right off the bat, going for the shot, forcing him to his back, and just Dante, no matter how hard he tried, trying to keep his hips up, trying to go from one shoulder to the other, couldn't keep him off. So we'll be 19-12 as Centennial as we head into 182. Dallas Carnell, an also strong football player, if you saw our football live streams, he will be on the mat for the Bulldogs. As we said earlier, and I think I'm about to say it my 5 millionth time, we do not have a roster for Centennial, so they will just be known as Centennial. And the official.
Oh, here we see our first technical violation of the night. It's unfortunate, but when a wrestler reports to the table, comes out on the mat unprepared to wrestle for any particular reason, whether it's his laces not correct, his headgear is not correct, that can be a match point awarded right away. So, unfortunately, going into this match, the Bulldogs will be down 1-0.
You mean up 1-0? That was on Centennial.
Oh, I thought I saw him showing a green wristband when he held it up. My mistake. So it works in our favor.
Yeah. So, as you heard, Dallas Carnell will be starting off with a 1-0 lead with 0 seconds in, the fastest scoring we've seen all night. As we will now finally get back into action. And just like that, we start off with hand position now. Both are looking for a shot. However, good.
A lot of hand play going on. A couple of little small taps to the face, getting in each other's space a little bit. I can see this one getting heated real quick.
Both of them looking to take a shot. Dallas finally does. However, he is not able to find positioning, and just like that is 2 points finally awarded to Centennial. So Dallas will have to work from the bottom.
Dallas showing a pretty good base here, which is promising. He should be able to find an escape. You'll notice he's got knees spread wide, plenty of. He's working to create space and able to push back on him, really using his weight to his advantage here. Great job, great effort from the bottom here.
Yeah, able to get up on his feet and get the hands away, so now he will get 1 point. Because we had the violation in the beginning, it is now 2-2 instead of just 2-1. Both of them with some head tapping.
Yeah, a verbal warning from the official coming to both wrestlers here. Watch out for a little headgear grab there.
Yeah, looking like a little bit of maybe like a knee or an ankle pick right there from Centennial, as he's able to drive there, and doesn't look like he has the positioning to take the 2. So
What happened there? Dallas was able to use his strength just enough to lift the Centennial wrestler's toes off the mat and force him out of bounds. Had Centennial been able to keep both toes inside that white line, that would have been 2 for sure. So good mat awareness, good defense there.
And once again, we start off in the neutral position. Both players trying to get inside hand positioning to try to lead to maybe a shot. Bit of head bumping right here as Carnell finally takes a shot, and he's got And just as he looked like he was about to take 2 points right there, the buzzer saved by the bell. So Carnell deferring to Centennial, and Centennial will go in the down position. Looks like a bit of a
It's like the official is deciding whether or not to begin the blood time.
and he's looking like he will see the doctor.
So you see that motion from the official there. He points to his nose. So as soon as the wrestler meets the athletic trainer, that's a motion to begin blood time. Each wrestler is allotted a certain amount of time to close cuts and stop bleeding. And if they're unable to do so in a particular amount of time, then that would result in a forfeit of the match. Very rare to see that happen these days, but it is possible. Looks like just an easy plug for Dallas, and we're back in action.
So as we start the second period, it'll be Centennial on the bottom, Carnell be on the top. Quick move right there from Centennial, just like that, he's out.
That was some really great explosiveness from the bottom from Centennial.
Carnell now not able, and now just like that, he's looking to get back points here, if not a pin. Looked like Carnell was trying to do a pump fake right there almost, and Centennial did not take the bait, as he will get two back points.
If he keeps this leg long, he manages to turn
and
it
it is
into
a reversal, so we do have 2 points.
Some damage has been done. Centennial walking away with a 4-point move there, takedown plus near fall. So our match score right now is 4-7 favor Centennial.
Minute 13 left to go.
Working an arm bar here. He's got wrist. Oh, let go of the wrist control, but the arm bar is still there. And he's looking to use the elbow into Dallas's gut and push that shoulder over his ear.
He's able to keep his knees up, trying to force him away from that, keeping his body level.
Here you see him reach for that wrist control. So now Dallas has got the arm bar, one side wrist control, and the flexibility of Centennial works out for him. And it turns out to be a
They do not award two yet. Now they do. They call it a reversal of 2 points, and now it is 9-4. Carnell got a little bit too risky on that one.
Yeah, disappointing scramble for Carnell there, working what was a really nice deep arm bar. You could see him with Centennial's arm trapped in sort of a chicken wing style, and he uses his arm across Centennial's back to try and essentially just circle around him and turn him to his back. But like Peter said, very astute. Got a little overzealous, ran it a little too fast, and Centennial just rolled right through.
And we now have a stoppage of play. Len going over to the scores table to talk with the officials.
Looks like he's not really contesting anything here, but looking for a verification of the match score. A lot of people don't realize, but the match score is being kept in a number of places to keep mistakes from happening. The head table, of course, is the official scorekeeper, but if teams are able to prove by their stats that the score is something other than what the scoreboard says, they manage to go and get that changed. Quick shout out to some of our sponsors here. McDonald's of Mahomet, Bill Smith Auto, Classic Plumbing, First State Bank. We're grateful for all the support we get to have the facilities that we have here in Mahomet, and particularly to run these live streams and bring them to you at home. So thank you to those sponsors and many others.
So now with about 20 seconds left to go here in the second, it's Centennial looking to be riding Carnell. As Carnell trying to get hand control now. Forcing his body to that left side. If he can get the hand control here, he could try to run out. We'll have to do it quick as the period just ends. And once again, another saved by the bell moment as we head into the third period. Centennial with a big lead, 10-4. as it will be, once again, Centennial in the down position starting off this period.
I'd like to see Dallas, so hopefully he's expecting a massive burst like before. You can expect Centennial to really jump up here. Went for it, not nearly with the same gusto he had earlier in the match, but hopefully Dallas is smelling a little blood in the water and revs it up here in the third period to really take it to what appears to be somewhat of a gassed Centennial opponent here.
Yeah, if he's able to get some back points here, that would be huge, especially since he's on the top position. Try to go for some back points. It's awarded 3 points if you're able to get his back exposed to the ground for at least 3 seconds. Going over that will only give you 3 seconds.
So yeah, a 2 count will guarantee you 2 near fall, and if the official makes it to 5, that would be a 3-point award.
Oh, my bad.
I'd be, if I were on the sidelines there, I'd be screaming at Dallas to maybe pick his knees up off the mat, maximize his weight.
A natural coaching reaction, I assume. And once again, another escape there by Centennial, so it is now 4-11. And another shot thrown in there, however, Carnell able to fight that one off. Does now have top control, pushing his head down. Maybe try to step into him and try to...
Front headlock there would have been my choice. Front headlock to a hard sprawl, snap him right down, snap and spin.
Try to step inside there. Try to throw him across your body. A lot of choices.
This late in the match, even some of the best wrestlers, their form really tends to go. They tend to hunch over a lot more, particularly on a shot. So if I'm Dallas, I'd be looking for a hard snap, bring his knees down to the mat, spin around, work him there.
Centennial's also been working a lot for his positioning, and right there, able to get the 2 points, trying to look for some back points. He is pushed out of bounds, though. He is awarded 2, though. As both opponents looking winded as they get to the line there. About 39 seconds left to go here in the third period. As Centennial looking to ride this one out and take a major victory here, as that will give them 4 points for their team. And that is the final buzzer to end to end our 182 match. As Centennial takes the victory here, 13 here to 4, puts them up to 23 points as a team. Lead the Bulldogs 23-12 as we head into 195.
As you can see here on your screen, we're slowly rounding out some of the heavier weights. A new rule that went into effect, I suppose it's not new anymore, but a number of years ago, they changed it from always starting at the earliest weight class, which you can see here is 106, and working their way to heavyweight. Now they pull a card, roll a die, find a way to randomly select a weight class to begin the night, just to kind of mix things up, not always start with the same guys and finish with the same guys.
So we head into 195 here as Daniel Renshaw will be representing the Bulldogs here at this weight class. And as we said before, and maybe a million times over, we do not have a roster for Centennial, so he will be known as Centennial. As they're waiting up. And as he puts the red ankle bracelet on, we will start here at 195 with strong arm positioning by both. Renshaw able to getting in there head to head, get hand control so far, getting the inside leverage. Very different from what we saw last match as both players hesitant to get into that position. And Renshaw's got a good positioning right there, and he's able to get on top. Bit of a sprawl right here, but Daniel, I thought he had the positioning so far. but Centennial able to get on top, and just like that is 2-0 for Centennial.
As Peter was making a comment, he's absolutely right. Especially if you're new to watching wrestling, you might notice a distinct change in style as the weight classes get heavier and heavier. A lot more play on their feet. Young men not necessarily wanting to risk taking a shot under a heavier load. A lot of them do have that strength and do have the technique to make it happen, but there's no doubt that there's a different style of wrestling when you start getting past 170 pounds.
We did see some strong wrestling there by Renshaw. Had him on his back, but still had control of him and was able to get back on top. As he's looking to stretch a little bit too much, but Renshaw able to keep back control.
Oh, and
able
a
to
great
step
over
over.
right there.
And just like that, he looks like he's going to get some back
And
points
if he
here.
can arch here, put his hips down, chest up, he's got a great position here. All he's got to do is hold it and use the clock to his advantage. 20 seconds is a long time to be stuck in that position. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, now we're at 20 seconds.
Not able to get the pin, but he will get awarded 3 back points right there. Now 5-2 in favor of Renshaw and the Bulldogs.
Ooh, surfing it
once
across
again,
the body.
he's able,
Excellent
and
use
that's
of
some
his
good
weight.
positioning right there. Able to get his body up on his chest.
Short
If
time
he's able to
left
put
here,
that
3
shoulder back,
seconds.
only has 3 seconds. And he gives him the pin just at the bell.
Great finish for Daniel Renshaw.
And that is big for the team as well, as that is only going to draw them within 5.
Yeah, that was a much, much needed turnaround for the Mahomet team.
Daniel Renshaw with a big performance here as he's able to give the Bulldogs, like I said, a 5-point deficit, 23-18, as we head into 220 pounds. So now we have Braden Bone stepping in here at 220 pounds.
Just another comment on Renshaw. For a sophomore at that weight, to really listen to his coaching staff, you could hear the calls for those moves that he put out there, and he did them well.
Absolutely strong showing right there by Renshaw. As now we'll see what Braden Bone can do to try to bring these Bulldogs back from, I believe it was an 11-point deficit. Some strong hand control like we saw last match. As Braden getting to that low stance. Trying to look for a shot here, and that's what he does, but able to spot out well by Centennial. Trying to push for that leg, however, he's not able to get it, but he does get that positioning right there, and he does have 2, and he's probably going to get back points here. Braden will probably have to work up on the upper body more, but he's going to get 2 back points right there, and just like that, he's going to start off with the 5-point play. I thought it was only going to be 4 with 2 back points and the takedown, but it will be 5-0 according to the scores. And once again, looking like he's going to get some back points here. However, he's able to fight it off, and it will be a reversal, 2 points for Centennial.
Slight scramble. So again, wrestlers. Oh, bit of a mishap there.
Looked like he was confused.
Yeah.
I think that was the buzzer for the other mat. And he's telling him right there, he got to listen for the whistle. He can't rely on that buzzer right there.
Once again, there's a lot to be said about a wrestler keeping composure during a match. It's really important there that Braden recognized that he had good control. He was commanding the match. There was a slight mishap in that scramble that caused the reversal. I'd hate to see a wrestler break down mentally just because of a silly mistake like that. It's a long match. There's still 2.5 periods left, so I'm excited to see what happens.
So once again, a good shot right there. He does have a hold of that knee. However, Centennial's able to break that off, and he's going to try to look to spin around and try to get the 2 points. As Bone, good job staying in his stance right here. As now he's trying to look and wrap around here with these last seconds, and he does. Able to get the 2. And as we trickle down here to the final seconds and the end of the first period, as the Bulldogs lead 6-4, a 2-point lead here. And here we have the decision. And as Centennial will decide to stay up on their feet. And Braden getting some good control here so far. Both wrestlers with a strong showing so far. Almost locked dead even. It's one of the better matches you'd like to see if you're a wrestling fan. And Braden, good shot right there, however, a good defensive play right there by Centennial. And Braden able to stay up on his feet and will return back to the normal position. Braden, good shot right there, and he's able to get down for the 2. Looks like he caught him off guard there with a bit of the head tap, and he does have a good half Nelson there. However, he does get a bit too high, and he's able to get some good positioning here. That is an almost fantastic position to be in if you're Braden Bone. Will he get the pin? He does have 56 seconds left. Doesn't look like his shoulder is up. Does not look like they have it yet. He is definitely going to get a lot of points for this. And he does get the fall. And just like that, back-to-back falls for Mahomet. And just like that, they're in the lead, 24-23 here with that 6-point pin. Braden Bone even down 8-4. Sorry for the delay, guys. We head into our heavyweight match, 285 pounds. It will be Seth Buchanan who will be wrestling for the Bulldogs. And good control so far. Trying to work the inside. He's looking to try to go for the throw as he saw that step out right there, and you see it right there. However, it does backfire on him, and it will be 2 points, and he does have him on his back, but he's able to sprawl out of it. Good job keeping that shoulder up and keeping his chances alive. As it will start out 2-0 for Centennial, but it is better than a pin for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with some 2 big matches in the past few with 2 straight pins coming at 195 and 220 pounds. Able to take a 1-point lead here for the team. 24-23, 1:08 left to go here in the first period. There's a good ride here. As Braden Bone able to try to keep off the half Nelson. And he's able to get the reversal right here, and he's looking to get some back points. A bad move right there by Centennial. And Seth Buchanan gets the reversal, and he's looking like he's trying to go for the pin. This would be the 3rd straight. Trying to keep positioning, and he does! Seth Buchanan at heavyweight. Sorry for yelling right there, but that is a big, big match right there for the Bulldogs. 3 straight pins coming in at 195, 220, and now at heavyweight at 285. And the Bulldogs will take a team score of 30-23 here as we start back once again at 106 pounds. So after seeing the 2 Goliaths go at it, you'll see the 2 Davids come in at it at 106 pounds. So at 106 pounds, we have Peyton Regana representing the Bulldogs. His team so far leading 30-23, and a big takedown right there by Centennial, as they will start off with 2 points here in the first period. And already looking for the pin. He does have good positioning. Trying to get that repositioning and try to get both shoulder blades on. He's definitely going to get some back points from this, if not a pin. Trying to go over to the other side. The step over, and just like that, 36 seconds into the match, we see Centennial trying to battle back, as it is now a one-point game, 29-30. Bulldogs still lead in the team score as we head into 1:13. It will be Owen Straub representing the Bulldogs here at 113 pounds. Taking on Centennial. These will be some big matches coming up. 113, 120, 126. As we are almost deadlocked here in the team score. And some good positioning battles so far. Trying to look for that shot. Both competitors trying to look for a good shot. And some good shots thrown in here by both teams with 1:15 left to go here in the first period. And that one's able to land right on the ankle. However, he isn't able to get some upper body position. And oh, bit of a dangerous flip there, but it will be Centennial getting the 2 points right there after the shot by Owen Straub. So now working in the downward position. Gets to his feet, but is thrown right back down and out of bounds. 52 seconds left to go here in the first period. I mean, Owen Straub looking like he was doing some skateboard tricks there or something, as he was almost on his head trying to scramble for that top position. Wasn't able to do it, though. They do not warn him the escape yet, as he has not upgraded his position. And Centennial going to work on the leg, and they will call potentially dangerous there. And we'll start back down. Owen Straub will start back down in the bottom position, as Coach Aledin will be talking to the official, looking to try to maybe like a score change as as both teams talking to their competitors, as you can see there. And they will resume play. Centennial still up 2-0. We're here with 29 seconds left to go here in the first period. Straub doing a good job so far. And he is forced out of bounds. So we will start back in the center once again. As you saw as Mr. Anderson was here, two very different styles of play as you go up in weight class, or as we saw go down in weight class from 285 to 106. Different weights, different style of shots. And as you see, as we wrap up here in the first period, Centennial leading 2-0. A good ride right here to end the period. Like we said, a very, very close match here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. The Bulldogs lead in team score 29-30. Bulldogs having 30, Centennial having 29. Here at 1:13, Owen Straub trying to give his Bulldogs, trying to extend the lead for the Bulldogs. However, he is down 2-0 here as we start the second period. And an arm wizard right there. Official trying to look potentially dangerous, and he does end up calling it. Owen Straub had his arm behind his back, so that could be a bit of a problem. And a good ride so far by Centennial, as Straub looking to work the hand control. Try not to give him any free chances at some back points. Once again, moving with that armbar, but Straub is able to break out of it, and he's trying to spin out of it, but once again going right back to that armbar. And once again, another call for potentially dangerous. Minute 17 left to go here in the second. It's about the second or third potentially dangerous call on Centennial this match. Straub once again trying to step up from that starting position. Does maintain feet control. And once again, Centennial sticking the leg in there as Straub trying to work hand control. When you're on the bottom, it's about working little by little. First you start with your hands, then you start with the legs, trying to gain positioning from both your hands, your chest, and your legs. Just trying to working it on levels little by little, trying to build yourself up to the top. And Straub is going to try to increase his positioning here with about 33 seconds left to go here in the second. As Centennial's trying to throw the half Nelson in there, but Owen Straub not letting him, keeping that elbow in. He's able to lift the leg, however, Straub's maintaining square to the ground. He will keep this at a 2-0 deficit. And looks like they might be calling a stall on Straub as we end the second period. We head into the third, 2-0 in favor of Centennial, as Straub will start in the top position. And he's able to break free from that top position. Good job right there. And just like that, it is 3-0. Straub will have to do some serious work on top. A takedown and some back points would definitely put him in the position to take the lead here. Able to stop the shot right there. Good sprawl. And they will call out of bounds. 1:35 left to go. Still any wrestler's match. As Straub has got to find the shot he wants. Looking to try to do the step over right there, but just good awareness by Centennial, and a good shot right there as well. And he's thrown to the ground. However, they will not give him the takedown, so it will remain 3-0. And it will be a 2 points given to Centennial right there with 1:10 left to go. Straub will have to come back and have to climb a bit of a bigger mountain here, especially with time not on his side. And he's able to get the reversal right there. That's going to be a big start, as he's able to try, if he can get some back points here, if he's able to keep him down on his back for at least 5 seconds, he can get 3 back points and try to force it into overtime. However, there's a stoppage in play right there. And we will start back right up at the center. Good job by Straub right there, keeping him on the ground. As the time whittles down, so does the chances of Straub trying to take back into this. Working on the ankle. And he's going to try to hold on to that one. And they will call. Looks like they're going to give a point to the Bulldogs, as now it will be 3-5 with 10 seconds left. And a bit of point confusion. As Coach Lennon trying to give Straub some coaching on the side right there as we take this little timeout. As we take a moment, we'd like to thank our sponsors for sponsoring Bulldog TV and Bulldog Athletes, D1 Networks, Christie Clinic, Busey Bank, Express Employment Professionals, Jackson Quality Construction, McDonald's of Mahomet, Bill Smith Auto, Classic Plumbing, First State Bank. We'd like to thank those sponsors for sponsoring Bulldog Athletes and Bulldog TV. As we end this match here at 1:13, it is Centennial taking the decision. So they will take a 3-point lead. And will take, once again, another lead change, as they are now up in team score 32-30 with 2 matches to go. So at 120 pounds, it will be Noah Schnepper, the junior, first upperclassman since Seth Buchanan at heavyweight. So we'll see what he can bring to the table here. These next 2 matches very crucial, especially since any score, no matter a fall or a decision, will give the Bulldogs the lead here going into the last match. A pin or a tech fall would put it out of hand for the Bulldogs. So this next match is crucial to set up the final one, as Schnepper and Centennial get underway here at 120. Both wrestlers starting off not looking for hand control, but looking for the shot, and Schnepper the first one to take it. Trying to step into it as he's able to get around. Almost looked like he was trying to get around the leg, but good sprawling right there by Centennial. Schnepper trying to hold on to that leg, trying to pull it towards him. Is he able to gain the positioning? If he's able to get around the hips, it will be 2 points. Driving inside now. Good hold right here by Centennial, not giving him the points easy. As Schnepper holding on to that leg. Official will call them out, and we will start back once again at neutral. Neutral, if you don't understand, is when both competitors are on their feet, looking to try to take one or the other down. As we are about a minute into this first period. Schnepper once again taking a shot. Does get that leg. Centennial did a good job. He does got both legs this time. If he's able to get around the hips, that would be a definite 2 points. And they will give him the 2 points right there before they go out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will, Schnepper will get 2 points for the Bulldogs here in this match. And Centennial will be in the down position with 49 seconds left to go here in the first period. Good job right there from the top position by Schnepper, taking out the legs. He's able to get his hand inside there. He could look for some back points. Good right here by Schnepper. Trying to keep the hand control inside. Does have him a bit on a tilt though. Keeping that flexibility in there, as you can see the leg inside there. As Schnepper steps inside. Schnepp step. And that will end the first period. Schnepper getting the takedown. And it will be Centennial with the choice, and they will go down. So Schnepper will ride once again, starting the second period. Noah Schnepper keeping top control here. Able to get that hand inside as he will try to throw in a half Nelson here. As Schnepper able to keep him flat on the ground so far with his good arm positioning. He's found some success trying to get him on his back. Had him almost at a 90-degree angle at some point. Thanks to good hand control and body positioning, but unsuccessful at finding any back points so far. About a minute and 12 left to go here in the second. Schnepper trying to keep the Bulldogs at an attainable position here to win this duel. And they will give Centennial the escape. So it will be 1-2 Bulldogs here in this match. Schnepper with another shot. Able to get the leg, trying to dump it outside. He's able to gain his positioning to the other leg. Might be a stalemate here if no competitor is either to gain to the next position. Schnepper is going to have to step into that shot. He's going to have a chance to get a takedown. Trying to step over there with the leg. Will that give him the 2? Bulldogs calling for it, and that's what they do. 2 points right there for Schnepper. Make it 4-1 here with 24 seconds left to go in the second. Good use of the legs right there by Schnepper, stepping over and gaining the 2 points. Schnepper once again doing a good job breaking down here from the top position. Trying to gain inside hand control. And we are just seconds away to the third period. Schnepper doing a good job on the offensive side of things with 2 takedowns, giving him the 4-1 lead. And Schnepper will take the bottom position here at the start of the third period. Centennial trying to look for a cradle. However, isn't able to get the hands to connect. Schnepper trying to gain his position. You can see right there. Trying to gain position. Once again trying to go for the cradle, however, isn't able to find the hand position. Good crossface right there. Schnepper doing a good job finding it off, though, with the hand control. As he's able to stay on his knees right there. He's able to get a foot down, however, thrown right back down to the ground. A minute 6 left here to go in the third. As it is Noah Schnepper trying to maintain this 3-point lead. He does have the leg inside right there on the Centennial wrestler. Gonna try to gain his positioning from that. Does keeps his legs moving on the outside there, but not able to find any success from it. It's gonna try to have to go down on the ankle right there. As official calls, and it looks like we do have some blood time. Have the doctor coming out here. I don't know if he's a doctor or not, but helping out with the blood time. Like we said earlier, or I should say what Mr. Anderson said earlier, each wrestler gets a minimum amount of blood time in at least one match. If they're not able to stop the blood within those minutes, then they will have to call the match. However, that rarely happens, looking for blood. Although it is Schnapper, who is bleeding. They don't want any blood on the other competitor either. As we look to finish up this match here at 120 with 27 seconds left to go. Schnapper once again in the bottom position. Looking to just try to finish out this match. With a 1-point win, it would be a minor decision. As we finish here, the last seconds of the third period. It'll be the Bulldogs taking the 3-point win here, going into the last match of the duel. Bulldogs lead 33-32, cannot get any closer unless it was tied. As we head into our final match at 126 pounds. What I have on the stat sheet here is Andrew Norman coming in for the Bulldogs. Going to assume that's correct. As it looks like this last match will be a forfeit by Centennial, so just like that, the Bulldogs will take success here in the first dual meet. Bit of an anticlimactic ending. As the Bulldogs, after that DQ, will take the 39-32 win here against Centennial. A very close match. Both pins by each side. Daniel Renshaw, Braden Bones, Seth Buchanan, 18 points saw coming their way at 195, 220, and 285 pounds. Giving the Bulldogs the big win here against the team only 15 minutes away in Champaign. Still waiting up for the finale between the Rail Splitters and Glenwood. As the Bulldogs will have a little bit of time to rest before their next dual meet. Thank you for tuning in for that long break. We are back with some more Bulldog Wrestling. As you know, here at Mahomet-Seymour, we have a quad duel going on here. We have Champaign Centennial, Chatham-Glennwood, Lincoln Community High School, and of course the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs are participating in tonight's wrestling events. Everybody's first matches are completed. The Bulldogs finding the victory over Champaign Central in their first duel, and now we'll be taking on Chatham-Glennwood here in the second duel. As you can see here from our footage, you can see the captains from Mahomet-Seymour and the captains from Chatham-Glennwood coming together, deciding the different positions that they'll take throughout the match. And we are just a few minutes away from our first match. Teams getting warmed up here. As we wait for our first match to start here in our second duel of the night, we'd like to thank our sponsors here at Bulldog TV and Bulldog Athletics, D1 Networks, Christie Clinic, Busey Bank, Express Employment Professionals, Jackson Quality Construction, McDonald's of Mahomet, Bill Smith Auto, Classic Plumbing, and First State Bank. We'd like to thank those sponsors so much for supporting Bulldog Athletics and Bulldog TV. Here we have the wrestlers warming up here as we're looking to get started here at 132 pounds. Might be a change in plans as Chance Decker looking like he's going to check in for the first match, which means we'll be starting at 138 pounds. We do not have a roster for Chatham-Glennwood, so we cannot give you the exact names of the wrestlers facing off against our Bulldogs. And just like that, Bulldogs, Chatham-Glennwood, both getting ready for this first match of the night. And we are underway here in the second duel. And starting out here, as Decker's starting out with a strong first 2 points. Chatham-Glennwood starting out with the shooting. However, it is good defense played there by Decker, giving the Bulldogs a 2-0 lead here in the first duel. Excuse me, the first match. As Decker looking to try to put a half Nelson in there. However, Chatham-Glennwood does have control of that left leg. And he's looking like he's trying to get some back points here. Not going to get a pin here from this positioning, but is going to get quite a few points here. I believe that's 3, as he did count off the 5 seconds. However, he's still working on that back. Shoulder blade still showing to the ground. He could try to get a pin here if he's able to get those shoulder blades more exposed to the ground. If he's not called for potentially dangerous, as the official is keeping a close eye. Good job playing high here by Decker. As he does get the pin here. Wow, I didn't think he had the positioning, but he was still going to work at it. And just like that here in this first match, the Bulldogs take a 6-0 lead. As that's how many points a team gets after a pin. And as we head to our second match of the night, as Cameron Livingston checking in at 145 pounds. In his last match against Centennial, did not find the biggest success, although he did keep it close. Getting some back points in the second period of that match. He was unsuccessful in the final period to close it out. But a new duel, new opponent, new match, as we are ready to go here at 145 here. Has some good hand control by Livingston. Both competitors trying to find a good shot here in the opening period, and Cameron Livingston finding a good one there. A good sprawl right there by Chatham-Glennwood. However, Livingston trying to wrap around that left leg, trying to get hip control. He does have Did look like he had the backside there a little bit. Keeping him at bay. He does pick out that ankle, and he will get the 2 points right there. Good persistence right there by Cameron Livingston, as he will get a 2-0 lead here to start out in the first period. Some good hand control. Looking like he's going to try to roll, as he does get the half Nelson in there. Good job by Chatham-Glennwood right there, trying to keep at bay. As he does try to find the spin right there, as he's putting the head in the armpit there, trying to roll. However, he is Chatham-Glennwood keeping that arm. As good riding so far, 15 seconds left to go here in the first period. As he does give a good crossface right there. And a good ride after the 2-point takedown he had. And he will end this period with a 2-point lead. So they will start in the neutral position here to start the second period. Kevin Livingston off to a good start so far. Hoping to find that same success up here in the neutral position. As another good shot right there. Does have control of that left leg on Chatham-Glennwood. Has to pull that in though. Good crossface right there. Trying to keep with that left leg. And they're going to give Chatham-Glennwood the 2 points as well as back points here. Going to try. He does have a chance to get the pin here. Cameron Livingston is going to have to break that hand control. Does he going to have time? He does not get pinned. However, Chatham-Glennwood will get the takedown as well as the 3 back points, resulting in 5 points right there. 5-2 lead for Chatham-Glennwood after the takedown. Now Livingston trying to come back up. He does have that leg. Yes. Good job by Chatham-Glennwood throwing that whizzer in there, trying to keep him at bay. And he will maintain in the top position. About 36 seconds left to go here in the second period. A 5-2 lead for Chatham-Glennwood. And a 6-0 lead for the Bulldogs in team points. And Chatham-Glennwood is looking for the cradle right here. Trying to stick that arm in the side of Livingston, however. Keeping that position. He's finally able to break him down. Does have to get that hand positioning though, but Livingston able to come back up with the leg. 9 seconds left, and he does get the reversal. So that's 2 points to Livingston here in the final seconds here of the second. As we will head to the final period. 4-5 lead in favor of Chatham-Glennwood. Livingston able to get some 2 points there off the reversal. And he will choose the down position. A very smart move here, as he can score from this position if he's able to escape. However, Chatham-Glennwood did do a good job riding. Just needed to stay on top, not overcommit. As Livingston at the start of the third here, able to get up to his feet, has to get that hand control. He's doing a good job so far. However, Glenwood keeping the arms wrapped. And he does have that arm in the leg. He's going to try to get some back points here. And he's able to get that leg across. They are finally looking to finally give him the back points right here. Livingston catching Glenwood off guard. They finally call the reversal. 2 points right there by the official. Livingston has to keep that back towards the mat, and that's exactly what he does with the step position. And Livingston able to finish him off here in the third period with another pin. That's 6 more points for the Bulldogs here in our first 2 matches. 12-0 lead for Mahomet-Seymour here after 2 matches. As we head into 152 pounds, Gage Granadino, who had a very strong showing in his match against Champaign Centennial, able to pin his opponent after we saw 2 Bulldog pins here in this duel. So a very strong wrestler to come out after 2 successful matches. As I said earlier, we do not have any rosters for any other teams. So I do not know who that Chatham-Glennwood player is, but a good shot right there by Granadino, and he will start off with 2 points right off the bat. Now trying to go for the cradle, however, Chatham-Glennwood able to reposition himself, and forcing him out of bounds will force Chatham-Glennwood to take the down position. Granadino had a strong showing when it came to riding, especially when it came to using the legs to try to get inside. However, he does let him up right there, as Chatham-Glennwood will take the 1 point here, leading 2-1 is Granadino and the Bulldogs here in this match. And an ankle pick right there tried by Granadino, and he does go for the shot. Has to pull that leg in, and that's exactly what he does. Able to turn him around, gets the 2 points, and he has him on his back. He's going to get some back points out of this for sure, but he's got to get the positioning if he's going to get the pin. Not right there. He's able to get 3 back points plus a takedown. 7 points right there. As once again trying to go for that cradle move, just has to get the hands to lock. And official waving off potential back points. Now he is giving off the 5 count. He will. So that will be 5 points and back points. They will be calling out of bounds. Oh, excuse me, 3 points, 5-second count. So Granadino here in this first period taking a 10-1 lead. At this point, you got to be looking for the tech fall, as you have to win by 15 points. You have to win by a difference of 15 points in either to find success at the tech fall. And Granadino letting his opponent up at the neutral position. He will give up a point, however, as it will now be 10-2 in favor of Granadino. Granadino showing off his strength right there, just throwing him over his shoulder and getting the 2 points. He's going to get some back points as well right here. It will put him close to a tech fall, but this is only the first period. We are 30 seconds left here in the first period. He might just go for the pin here, and that's exactly what he does. Absolute, just a monster showing here by Gage Granadino, and the 3rd straight pin after 3 matches. Bulldogs up 18-0 here after 3 matches. Good showings here by Chance Decker, Cameron Livingston, and Gage Granadino as we head to 160 pounds. And it's the man with the 18-letter last name, Tyler Kitty Vanishkinkai. Don't feel bad. It took me years to master that name, as he will be the 4th wrestler here at 160 pounds against Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. That's a good start so far, both wrestlers. As Tyler just goes straight in for the shot, he's able to get a good drive in there after the shot. Has to pull that leg in, as Glenwood's doing a good job at sprawling. He does have control of that leg, though, as Kitty Vanishkinkai will have to try to force that leg out if he's going to want to get 2 points. Good find there by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler, as they will call stalemate, and they will head back to the line up at the neutral position. And a good pump fake right there by Chatham-Glennwood. Caught Tyler off guard. So now they're back in the hand battle. Tyler's headgear once again giving him troubles, as he had last match against Champaign Centennial. Does have control of that arm, trying to go for the knee. However, Chatham-Glennwood doing a good job sprawling, and he's able to get on top. And that is 2 points. Good start right here for Tyler Kitty Vanishkinkai, as he does throw in the half Nelson here with 45 seconds left to go here in the first. Bulldogs with a strong start so far here in this duel. Already 3 pins in our first 3 matches. And Tyler starting off on the strong point here with the takedown. He's able to get wrist control right there. Throws him back onto the center of the mat. Some good driving right here. 15 seconds left to go here in the first period. Tyler, as I mentioned in our first duel, been wrestling since 6th grade. 7 years of wrestling experience. As he shows that experience there with a 2-0 lead in the first period. As Green, who is Tyler, will take the down position. He will try to explode here as the whistle starts. Try to get that escape. However, good job by Chatham-Glennwood. Using those legs to try to wrap up Tyler's left leg. As Tyler's trying to keep that square position. It's the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Now trying to get hand position, but Tyler doing a good job fending it off. Tyler's gonna have a tough time if he's gonna try to get out of that leg wrap. I think that's what it's called, leg wrap. Tyler now working on the leg, and they will call a stalemate. And so Tyler will return back to the bottom position. And you can see Coach Len there on the sideline. Bit of a tutorial. Tyler once again keeping his square position. 55 seconds left to go here in the second. Tyler is going to try to have to gain his position here. Gets that right leg locked up once again. Really good right here by Chatham-Glennwood. As now he's trying to go for the cradle. Tyler finally breaks free of the hands, but he's still not out of it yet. He's going to have to try to break free from that, and he does. Able to get that left leg out. He's going to have to drive here in these last 15 seconds if he's going to try to get the escape. And now he's going to try to go for back points as Tyler, Chatham-Glennwood player. Good job getting his leg in, and he's caught him off guard, and now Tyler's got to get around, and that's 2 points. So Tyler Kinevishkinkai able to find the reversal here in the last few moments of the second period, increasing his lead to 4-0, and he will be in the down position once again after finally getting that reversal. So now Chatham-Glennwood once again can't overcommit to that ride right there. Does a good job breaking him down. Call a stalemate on Kinevishkinkai. That was a warning. If he is called for a stalemate once again, it will be a point given to the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. As Tyler doing a good job trying to get hand position. Very slow and patient game as we head into the final minute of this match. Tyler, once again, good move thrown in right there. Whatever he does, get both legs. He's going to try to drive and get those 2 points. Good defense right there by Chatham-Glennwood. There is no escape, so he will not get 2 points right here. If he does get back positioning. However, Tyler did have a great chance right there to try to get some back points. And once again, back into the leg wrap. Still think that's a thing. And now with 20 seconds left to go, Tyler trying to look like he's trying to ride out these last few moments, as he does have the lead 4-0. And there's a stoppage. And there's a 1 point to Tyler due to a move by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. So it is now 5-0 for Tyler. And a stalling call called on red, but too little too late, as Tyler Kitty-Vanishkinkai able to find the win here at 160 pounds. And will give the Bulldogs a 3-point, well, adding on to their already impressive 18-point lead, which will make it 21-0 after 4 matches. 3 pins by Chance Decker, Cameron Livingston, and Gage Granadino. And now, as you just saw, Tyler Kitty-Vanishkinkai able to get the decision, as Dante Roberts at 170 pounds for the Bulldogs will step onto the mat. And Dante had a very unsuccessful match in the Champaign Central match, as he was pinned within the first minute of the first period, trying to make himself in a stoppage of play. There's a little bit of back and forth hand movement going on at the face. Like I said earlier, Dante having an unsuccessful first match, being pinned within the first minute of the Champaign Centennial match. He's going to try to make up for it here against Chatham-Glennwood. And the blood time is ended for Chatham-Glennwood wrestler, as we will get back to wrestling. Is Dante starting off with the aggressive approach, does get that one leg, however, not able to get off of it, as they're out of bounds, stoppage of play, and we're right back in wrestling. And Dante trying to go for the shot, Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. And what a big throw right there, as he gets the 2 points, and he's looking for the pin. He's definitely going to get some back points here. But Dante still has to stay strong. He was in this position once again at the Centennial match. He's got to find a way out of that hold. Doing a good job with the bend of the back. That's only going to get him so far. He's going to have to make a move. Especially a move to that shoulder, as that Chatham-Glennwood player does have a very good position on top. And just like that, Chatham-Glennwood finds a fall here at 170 pounds. And Dante Roberts goes winless here tonight. Bit of a tongue twister, I like to think. So after 5 matches, it's still the Bulldogs holding a big 21-6 lead as we head into 182. And it'll be Dallas Carnell forfeiting his match at 182. And we will have the sophomore, Daniel Runshaw, coming in at 195 pounds. Very impressive match at Centennial, excuse me. Starting off the big points push as he gets taken down right there, and Chatham-Glennwood will start off with 2 points. And an escape right there from Runshaw. Make it 2-1 in favor of Chatham-Glennwood. Able to keep good hand position. Good shot right there. Runshaw trying to fight it off. However, he does have the one leg. Has to take out the other one, gets the takedown, and he will get 2 points once again. And a stoppage of play. As Chatham-Glennwood will let Renshaw come back to the neutral position. And it will be a 1-point escape for Renshaw. It is now 4-2 here in the first period. Renshaw facing a very good opponent when it comes to technique. As he once again gets that one leg, drags him down to the ground, and 2 points. As he's letting him up and taking him back down in order to try to gain points. As he does now have 4. And Renshaw, a little slow getting to the circle. As it will be 3-6 now in favor of Chatham-Glennwood. As Renshaw will be taken down once again, leading to an 8-3 lead here with 25 seconds left to go in the first period. Chatham-Glennwood trying to look for some back points here. As Renshaw tries to fight off the cradle with the hand control. Able to stretch his body out to get away from the cradle move. And it will be the end of the first period as Renshaw trails Jackson-Glenwood here in this match, 8-3. As Chatham-Glennwood will start down in the bottom position. Bulldogs with a strong start here in this duel. They now lead 21-12. As Chance Decker, Cameron Livingston, and Gage Granadino all seeing pins in their matches. Tyler Kadivanishkinkai able to find a decision for the win in his match. Dante Roberts was pinned in the first period of his match. Dallas Carnell forfeited his match. And so now Daniel Renshaw here at 195 pounds as Glenwood gets the 2 points there, increases the lead to 11-3. You're going to try to make it a technical fall when you win by 15 or more points in a match. He is currently up by 8 as he's trying to go for back points here. Possibly could go for the pin here, but Renshaw able to fight him off and keep back on his stomach as 2 points will be given to the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. 10-point lead now for Chatham-Glennwood here in this match. 1:02 to go. Renshaw will take the downward position. And so a good arm bar right there by Chatham-Glennwood as he's going to try to force Renshaw to that side. However, the forearm of Renshaw is what's keeping him at bay. As he now finally does the inside push, and there is a stoppage for potentially dangerous. .23 seconds left to go here in the second. Chatham-Glennwood leading 13-3. Getting some back points right here. Renshaw able to fight it off. But Chatham-Glennwood able to get 2 points off the back points, increasing his lead to 12 as we trickle down to the final seconds here of the second period. So it's Chatham-Glennwood finding the big lead here as he leads 15-3 at the start of the third, as we were just about to start the third. He will let Renshaw start in the neutral position, giving Renshaw 1 point. So it will be 15-4. As Chatham-Glennwood, good drive right there and able to get the 2 points off the takedown. We'll make it a 13-point lead, so 2 back points here if he can get it on Renshaw. We'll make it a tech fall. And he does have the time to do it. 1:34 left to go as he's trying to go for the cradle here. Trying to spread his arms between the neck and the legs. Renshaw doing a good job with hand control so far. As he'll decide to let him up, giving Renshaw the 1 escape. However, he does have the back position right here. Does not have the takedown yet, and he does right there as they go out of bounds. Now 19-5. Still not a tech fall. 1:03 left to go here in the third. He will let him up to start in the neutral position, so it's another escape point given to Renshaw. So it will be 19-6. However, a takedown here or reversal would do it for Chatham-Glennwood, as it will give him the tech fall. And as he gets the leg, he gets the takedown, and that will do it for this match here at 195. The tech fall giving Chatham-Glennwood 5 more points up on the board. Trying to build up that comeback. As they are now within 4. 21-17, Bulldogs lead going into 220 pounds. Braden Bone, wrestling for the Bulldogs here at 220 pounds, found success in his match against Centennial, pinning his opponent in the second period. And we are underway here at 220 pounds. Like I've said, we do not have any rosters for the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler, so he will just be unnamed. As a good takedown so far. Stops the shot by Bone. Able to get around him and get the 2 points to start off here in the first period. Good breakdown of the hand so far. Taking control of that left hand. Does not have control of that right side. But now trying to go for a half Nelson, working that left side. Now forcing him down to the mat with the leg hold. Armbar thrown in right there by Chatham-Glennwood. As we're 40 seconds left here to go in the first period. Braden Bone doing a good job keeping in that defensive position. Has to find a way to break out, however. As he does have the arm right there. He is going to be on his back, however, not enough time for him to get any back points from it. Has to be on the ground, his back exposed to the ground for at least 2 seconds. And once again, we are back with Chatham-Glennwood in the top position. And that will end the first period. 2-0 so far this match in favor of Chatham-Glennwood after the takedown. So in the second period, they will go neutral. Braden will not get a point for that neutral because it was decided at the end of the first period. And once again, another takedown by Chatham-Glennwood, able to dip under the arm. And Braden with the one escape as the Chatham-Glennwood player looking for another takedown. Good defense there by Braden Bone. Trying to go for that leg, however, is unsuccessful. And then shot once again will give Chatham-Glennwood the 2 points. Seth Buchanan able to get up to his feet. That will be an escape. Making it 6-2 here with a minute to go in the second period. No points yet as the throw right there will give Chatham-Glennwood 2 more points. Another 2 points given for the takedown. And another escape for Braden Bone. Good work inside as Bone tries to throw a shot. However, the inside arm position gives him the throw, and that will be a pin for Chatham-Glennwood. Fell right into the trap. Brandon Bone trying to go for the shot, and that inside hand control just flips him over like a patty. And just like that, Chatham-Glennwood takes the lead here in the team score, 23-21, after the 6-point pin. As we head into the heavyweight match, Seth Buchanan also finding success in his match against Centennial. And here we go from the heavyweight, 285 pounds. Good inside positioning right here by Chatham-Glennwood. Good positioning right there as Buchanan goes to his knees, however, does not give up the 2 points yet. Does have control of the left legs, however, isn't able to drive off of it. And once again, we're back at the standing position. Good hand control so far by both. As Seth Buchanan trying to look for that throw right there. A bit of a shove, trying to give himself space. Once again, both going for that inside hand control. Buchanan now with another shove, trying to realign his shot. As he does have that arm, he's going to try to go for the leg, and that's exactly what he does, but it does backfire on him. As Chatham-Glennwood now at the 2, and now Seth Buchanan with the reversal. He's going to try to go for the pin here, and he does. Seth Buchanan with the big move and the reversal, getting the pin here at 285 pounds. And the Bulldogs retake the lead here, 27-23. With about 5 matches left to go. Excuse me. Yeah, with 5 matches left to go. Sorry. I can count. As coming in at 106 pounds is Peyton Ragona. I do apologize if I'm saying any last names incorrectly. And I do apologize for not saying any last names for Chatham-Glennwood, as I do not have a roster. And just like that, we're starting off with 2 points for Peyton Ragona and the Bulldogs here in this match, 106 pounds. Some good control so far. He has control of that left arm. Going to try to tilt it out one side. And an escape there for Chatham-Glennwood. Yeah, is out of bounds right there. We'll give both wrestlers back to the middle. Regona now. Both wrestlers tied up right there. However, it looks like Regona, if you're only able to keep him on his back, instead that will be potentially dangerous. Very, very close to what looked like to be a takedown, if not some back points. And a stoppage of play right here. It'll be 1 point given to Chatham-Glennwood for the potentially dangerous call. Has a good takedown right there by Regona, excuse me. However, it is thrown off by Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Some good shots taken here by Peyton Regona. That's another one. As he's got the two legs inside, has to drive through it. He does. But a good job by Chatham-Glennwood throwing him off. As once again, tied up in that position. 35 seconds still left to go here in this first period. Tied up at 2-2. Chatham-Glennwood wrestler still yet to take a shot. There's a scuffle a little bit right here. Regona trying to go for the knee pick right there, however, was forced out of bounds. And a shot immediately right there by Regona, and it's played off well by Chatham-Glennwood. No points awarded, however, as both players able to get to separate positions. And a good throw right there by Regona, and he's able to get the 2 points off of it. Able to get the throw right there, and just at the buzzer, able to take the 2 points going into the second period with a 4-2 lead. As Regona with another 2 points right there, making it a 6-2 lead for him here in this 106-pound match. Does a good job on the breakdown so far. However, it is an escape. It's a good job spinning out right out of there by Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. And another good takedown by Peyton Regona. However, he isn't able to finish. Instead, good job by both these wrestlers still maintaining the upward position, and we'll go back to the center. Coach Len doing a little bit more coaching right there. Very good chances seen here by Peyton Regona. Another shot taken right here. However, Regona has that one pushed back by Chatham-Glennwood. And with 44 seconds left to go, another shot right there by Regona, fended off by Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. And then we'll go out of bounds. And the stoppage of play right here for blood time, as Coach Len doing a little bit more coaching there on the sideline, catching something. Well, a good lead here by Peyton Regona here in this match. He maintains a 6-3 lead. Able to keep this up, he could find a minor victory for the Bulldogs, giving them a 7-point lead in the team differential. As the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler comes back to the center. And we restart wrestling here with 37 seconds left to go here in the second. And a good takedown right there by Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. However, it could have been worse for the Bulldogs as Peyton Regona had caught himself on his back there for a minute, able to sprawl to the middle. And a full Nelson called or potentially dangerous, and that will be a point to the Bulldogs. It will now be 7-5 with 21 seconds left to go here in the second. And an escape will be given to Ragona, as in now 8-5. As Ragona in the second period trying to fight for that leg. A tie up here, and he does have the arm. He could find some back points here. He does give him the takedown. It is too late, though, to find the pin, but he will get 2 back points there at the end of the second period, and we'll head into the third with a 12-5 lead. He is at the point where if he's able to maintain the 7-point lead, he could find a major decision. We'll see what will happen here in the third. And blood time once again needed for the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. As the Mahomet-Seymour sideline. Looking to get really into this Peyton-Ragona match. As they lead 27-23 here in this dual meet. They won their last dual meet against Centennial that we streamed earlier. And that is Noah Schnepper, who will be wrestling at 120 pounds. And as we restart and begin the third period. And a good takedown there is Chatham-Glennwood now getting some back points. They could find a pin here. Not yet. Finding the success. He's able to... Ragona trying to fight out of that. Spinning to the shoulder. And he's able to get out of it. 3 back points given to Chatham-Glennwood. As it brings this score to a 2-point deficit. Actually a 3-point. As the escape is given to Ragona at the end of that scuffle. Minute 30 left to go. Ragona with a good shot, and that's going to be 2 points. Now trying to go straight into that back point, and that's exactly what he does. Can he get the pin here? Ragona doing a good job forcing that side down, forcing the left side down. Can he get the pin? He has all the time in the world. A minute 14 left to go here in the period. And he does get the pin. Back and forth. Peyton Ragona able to find the win here at 106 pounds. And he adds on 6 more points to the Bulldog team score and giving them a double-digit lead, 33-23, as we head to 113 pounds. Big match there by Peyton Ragona as it looked to be back and forth here in the beginning. And it will be Owen Straub coming in at 113 pounds. And with 113 pounds, Owen Straub starting off strong, and he will get the 2 points here to start off the first period. Trying to get some hand control. He does find a good hold, however, it's fought off. Trying to look for some back points here. He is going to get some. Doesn't look like he has the positioning to find a pin, but I have been wrong before. If he's able to get his back out of the way. Doing a good job keeping her back off the ground. As the shoulder blades do not touch the ground, he will get 3 back points plus a takedown. He does do a good job trying to find that takedown, however, fought off by Owen Straub. Now going back down to that single leg. Is now just holding onto that leg for dear life. as he holds onto that leg while keeping a sprawling position, and both wrestlers have gone out of bounds with 43 seconds left to go here in this first period. And Owen Straub, after the takedown, will be in the top position with 35 seconds left to go here. Good job on the breakdown there, trying to get hand control. As he's working on that half Nelson right there. Has to find time. There is 10 seconds left, so if he's going to try to find the pin here in this period, he's going to have to get it now. Good job being fought off by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler, and that will end the first period. Strong period by Owen Straub, finding the takedown and 3 back points, and will keep a 5-0 lead. And the official talking to the Glenwood, coach. And so to start the second period, we will start in the neutral position. Bulldogs lead 33-23 here in this dual meet against Chatham-Glennwood. And 2 points right there for Owen Straub. As he now tries to put in that half Nelson. Good job being fought off there by the Glenwood wrestler. Official looking for potential dangerous as he is working hard near that head area. And stalemate will be called, and we'll be back to the middle for the 2 wrestlers. And a good jump off there, off the whistle by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. And it will be an escape as it's back up in the standing position for both wrestlers. Minute 36 left to go here in the second. Good takedown, and it will be 2 points for Chatham-Glennwood. Doing a good job with that hand control. Good job with the leg lock right there. As we end the second period, Owen Straub and the Bulldogs leading in this match going into the third period, 7-3. Straub will try to get off the whistle quickly. But good job by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Once again, working on that hand control. It's a good ride right here by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. as we have a minute and 11 left to go. Owen Straub and the Bulldogs leading 7-4 here in this match. And Glenwood trying to get that leg position right there. However, Straub keeping that position, that base position. And the overextension. And now Straub has a chance to get out. However, a whizzer thrown in there. Could potentially see a stalemate here. That's exactly what we see as both wrestlers. Although Straub almost had a chance to get out, they did not award him the escape. Straub doing a good job getting to his feet off the whistle. Has to work on that hand control, but they are forced out of bounds with 22 seconds left to go in the match. And a good movement off the whistle as Straub now trying to work on gaining his position, as he does not have the 2 points yet with less than 10 seconds to go. And it will be given 2 points here at the final seconds here of the match. And Owen Straub will find the victory here, 9-5. And will give his teammates 3 more points, as it is now 36-23 in favor of the Bulldogs. As we head to 120 pounds, Noah Schnepper once again representing the Bulldogs at 120. There's a little bit of table issues at the scores table. And we will have our match underway here. Quick start for Chatham-Glennwood as they get the 2 points here off the opening scramble. There's Chatham-Glennwood doing a good job. Give it that leg control. And just like that, it's going to be some back points here. Schnepper's going to be in some trouble if he can't get out of that hand lock. Has to try to keep his body straight. However, Chatham-Glennwood doing a good job keeping him on his back. But he will not find the pin this time, as it will be 3 points to the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler for the back points, as he was able to keep the wrestler on his back for 5 seconds, but not keeping his shoulder blades down for the pin. So it will be 5 points off the bat. The Schnepper will find the escape and immediately go for the shot. And he goes right into the leg, so we do have some back points going on here. Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Still not enough to find the pin. He's got to distribute some more weight, but he will get 3 more back points, making it now 10-1 here with 48 seconds left to go here in the first period. And some good riding time right here for Chatham-Glennwood, keeping the hand position. And a good armbar right there. However, Schnepper forced right back down after he had the chance to stand up. And that will be the end of the first period. All in favor of Chatham-Glennwood so far, as they lead 10-1 here at the end of the first period at 120 pounds. Schnepper going for another shot. Has to pull that leg in. Driving towards. Chatham-Glennwood wrestler keeping him at bay, and he spins around, and he will get the 2 points. Now an 11-point lead. Does have the chance to go for the tech fall. He'll just need some back points here. But Schnepper doing a good job of fighting off the half Nelson. Chatham-Glennwood getting that inside leg for the breakdown. 50 seconds left to go here in the second. And he does have the cradle, so he does get some back points here. Does he have the space for the pin? He does have the time. He's got about 40 seconds left. Does have the 3 points, as he does have him his back facing the mat for 5 seconds. And Schnepper will not find a pin here, but Chatham-Glennwood will find 3 back points and 1 point away from a tech fall, which will give his team 5 points if he's able to succeed. We are still in the second period, however, so he does have the time to do it. And some more back points here, and that should end the match, if not in a pin. However, it will not. So Chatham-Glennwood will find the win here at 120 pounds. With the tech fall, giving his team 5 points, making it 28-36. An 8-point lead for the Bulldogs heading into the last 2 matches of the night. It'll be Andrew Norman, the sophomore, coming in at 126 pounds. And here we go for match number 13. This is Andrew Norman and the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler, who I do not have the roster for, so I do not know his name. Finally getting to that hand tie. And now he's able to wrap around and get the 2 points. Good job by Andrew Norman. Now the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Having a lot of energy on the bottom, trying to wiggle out of that bottom position. However, Norman keeping him at bay. Getting that hand control is Norman. And right on the edge of the mat, they will go out of bounds. 57 seconds left to go here in the first period. Norman with the takedown, so it is 2-0 Mahomet-Seymour. And a good breakdown there off the whistle. And on our second mat, which we are not showing right now, we have Peyton Myers wrestling in, which I believe is our last match for the Bulldogs tonight at 132 pounds, who we started with the Centennial match. So that match is underway on mat 2. We're going to keep focused here on mat 1 here for you guys, as Norman holds a 2-0 lead here with 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. Does have that arm inside, but fought off well by the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Does have that arm inside. Does have to give the push, though, on that shoulder. You can see him making an attempt. And almost had him if he wasn't cut off by the buzzer. And as we head to the second, who will remain at neutral here in the second period. While on the other side, it is Myers leading 2-0 after getting the takedown. They're still in the first period. Andrew Norman here on mat 1. Also holding a 2-0 lead over his opponent. Minute 42 left to go. And that one, a good shot right there. Does have to drive through and get to the hips. That's exactly what he does. That's 2 points right there for Andrew Norman. Now back to where he was at the end of the first period, trying to get that inside hand control. Trying to throw that half Nelson in there. Potentially some back points. Well, on the other side, Peyton Myers does have that arm in there, but not able to find those back points. Norman does have that half Nelson. However, a good stable position right here by Chatham-Glennwood. So about 52 seconds left to go here in the second. Chatham-Glennwood. In the down position. As Norman trying to fight for those back points. However, the official calls a stalemate and we will go back to the center. Andrew Norman doing a good job staying on top off the opening whistle. So about 20 seconds left to try to get any moves in before the third period. A good ride right there as we end the second period. Andrew Norman with a 4-0 lead over the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler at 126 pounds. And they will stay at neutral in the beginning of the third. As Norman able to get around and get the 2 points. If he's able to get any back points here, if he's able to keep, he's leading by 6 right now, 6-0. If he's able to get a point or two more, he'll try to find a major decision and put this match away, this duel away for the Bulldogs. And a good breakdown right there by Andrew Norman, as it will go out of bounds with 56 seconds left to go in the third. And as we wrap up these last two matches we have here at Mahomet-Seymour High School, it is a 6-point lead, 36-28. 8-point lead, math. 36-28 in favor of the Bulldogs. And Andrew Norman trying to look to add on to that lead, as he does have a 6-0 lead. And he does have a good ride here with 28 seconds left to go. While on the other side, Peyton Myers adding 6 points to the Bulldog lead as he gets the pin, which will guarantee the Bulldog win. Here they go 2-0 in tonight's quad duel. They defeat Centennial in their first duel, and now will defeat Chatham-Glennwood. As we look to wrap up this one here at 126 pounds. And as we hit the final buzzer, that'll be it for us here at Bulldog TV and for Bulldog Wrestling. They find the win here in their second duel over Chatham-Glennwood. Big wrestler stepping up. Seth Buchanan with 2 pins tonight. Chance Decker in his one match he had. And as we head into our final matches, I don't know. From what I have here, we should have been in our final match, but if we have more wrestling, hey, you know, no one's arguing. As will be 2 points for the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler there. As we start off 0-0 here in the first period, and there'll be a takedown for Chatham-Glennwood there. With a minute 22 left to go in the first period. And a big takedown right there. And a stoppage of play. Fell on that right arm. Pretty difficult. And a good scramble right here by both wrestlers. Or it's the Chatham-Glennwood wrestler. Who will find the takedown. Well, we'll stay in the top position. So it's Chatham-Glennwood leading in this match so far. 34-28. No, excuse me, 2-0. That's the total score. Bulldogs lead. Well, I guess that's 39-28. I can read. And as we end the first period here, the Bulldogs down 2-0 here. And it looked to be a good takedown there as he was going out of bounds, but no points are awarded. And a shot off the start, and a good takedown right there. There'll be 2 points. If he could keep him on his back, he could go for the pin here. He does have the good positioning for it. Just needs to keep those shoulder blades down. Chatham-Glennwood doing a good job maintaining the position, but looks like this, a reversal. And the Bulldogs able to scramble out of it. As it will be 2 more points. And it will be back to the center. Bulldogs do lead 6-4 in this match. 58 seconds left to go here in the second period. And a good position off the opening whistle. Now the Bulldogs able to get up. But Chatham-Glennwood able to keep it right back down. But the scramble. He doesn't get the reversal yet. So he's got to be behind the hips. And both wrestlers looking like they're holding on for dear life. As they will call a stoppage. It'll be back to the middle for the wrestlers. And he's got the arm right there. However, able to fight it off and get the 2 points right there off the reversal, which will make it 8-4 in the last seconds of this second period. And as the clock winds down, it'll be the end of the second period. Bulldogs lead 8-4. Keep wanting to say the total score. As Chatham-Glennwood will keep it at neutral here for our last period. And a good shot right there by Chatham-Glennwood. Not able to pick up the leg, however. So we're remaining back to neutral. There's a stoppage of play, however. And the trainer will come out for the medical assistance. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for Bulldog TV and for Bulldog Athletics, D1 Networks, Christie Clinic, Busey Bank, Express Employment Professionals, Jackson Quality Construction, McDonald's and Mahomet, Bill Smith Auto, Classic Plumbing, and First State Bank. We'd like to thank those companies for sponsoring Bulldog TV and Bulldog Athletes. As we have another stoppage of play. As officials take a look at the scoreboard. And a shot right there by Chatham-Glennwood. Fought off well by the Bulldogs. However, a good drive there by Chatham-Glennwood. Could get the 2 points. And he does get the 2 points. And could get turned over right here. He's going to get some back points. And he's going to take the lead as he does. You know, he gets two back points. So it is tied with a minute left to go here at 132 pounds. Bulldogs in the downward position. And now it's just a scramble to see who can get the first points. 40 seconds left to go, tied up at 8 apiece, and he calls a stalemate. Bulldogs upset at the call. And Chatham-Glennwood with the cover. 34 seconds left to go here in this match. All the Bulldog wrestler has to do is stand up with it. He could find the win. Back points would win it for Chatham-Glennwood. As he almost has the escape here with 20 seconds left to go. Both coaches getting into it. 15 seconds left to go. He's got to fight out of that. And it will be a point given to the Bulldogs for stalling in a 1 point escape. 3 seconds left to go. He's got to go for a shot. And that's going to be it. As Mahomet-Seymour finds the win there at 132 pounds off the stalemate call and the escape. And a hard-fought win for the Bulldogs. And they find the win at 132 pounds against Chatham-Glennwood. So that's going to do it for us here at Bulldog TV. That was our final match of the night for the Bulldogs. They find the win. They go 2-0, and they find the win over Chatham-Glennwood, 42-28. Seth Buchanan, impact wrestler of the day, having 2 pins, both against Centennial and Chatham-Glenwood, and the Bulldogs find the 2-0 win, like I said. That's going to do it for us here at Bulldog TV. I'm Peter Camp, here with Braden Beard, and that's all for We Are Tonight. Thank you.